Recently, global video streaming platforms have been raising their production costs dramatically, affecting the content industry around the world, including Korea. Will these higher costs lead to significantly improved content quality or just become a bigger burden to content makers and users? Let's discuss this issue with culture critic Professor Chie Hye-won at Kyung University. Welcome, Professor Chie.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, good afternoon.
So, Professor Chie, let's begin with a recent high-cost budget drama, which is 폭삭 속았수다 in Korean, or 제주 in Jeju language, I could also say, or When Life Gives You Tangerines in English.
Right.
So this is a Netflix series, but how big of a budget are we talking about here?
Right, just as you mentioned, Netflix has newly launched the series When Life Gives You Tangerine, 폭삭 속았수다. Actually meaning you've worked hard in Jeju language. So starring IU, Park Bo-gum, Moon-soori, and Park Hae-jun has ranked second on Netflix's list of global top 10 non-English shows. And it also made Netflix's list of the 10 most watched shows in 41 countries, including Brazil, Chile, and Mexico. So it is announced that this series has a production cost of around 60 billion won, which is $42 US million for 16 episodes. So it was made with a large budget to bring together top creators in the industry, written by Im Sang-chun, who also wrote When the Camellia Blooms, 동백꽃 필 무렵, and directed by Kim Won-seok, who directed Signal and My Mister, 나의 아저씨. So the series is a life story about Ae-sun and Kwan-sik, who were born in Jeju-do in the 1950s. So the background of this series is Jeju, 도동리, a small village, the small fishing village, but the filming took place in the set in a 경북 안동시, not in 제주시. So the production actually spent a lot for building up a huge set and the historic atmosphere.
That's why it looks so real.
Right.
And you would just think that it's actually all set in Jeju-do Island.
Right, that's right.
And Professor, I'm sure you're probably going to mention Squid Game here, but what other Korean dramas were big big budget productions, and how did they turn out? Were they all successful?
Actually, the Squid Game 1 costed 28 billion won to produce, and however, in the season 2, the production cost was roughly 100 billion won, which is almost 4 times that of the season 1. But the foreign media evaluation of the series, the second series, reflected the mixed point. Another recent K-drama, When the Stars Gossip, 별들에게 물어봐, had a production budget of 50 billion won. But the show developed over 5 years and featured cutting-edge computer graphics because it is a story in the universe. But the series faced criticism for its direction and script, falling short of the high expectations placed on it. But the Disney Plus's movie spent 68 billion won budget filming for 11 months, and it was a massive hit, and will have a second season very soon. Also, Queen of Tears, 눈물의 여왕, also had a budget of 57 billion won. So as we can see, the production cost doesn't always guarantee the success, but the cost of producing K-dramas has been continuously increasing.
So, Professor Chie, what is the reason behind these rising costs? And also, how is the growing investment in Korean productions from global companies or global producers affecting the domestic landscape when it comes to productions?
Right, the average production cost of the K-drama, at least 1 billion won per episode. But just 5 years ago, in 2020, the average cost per episode was around 500 million won. So the production cost of a K-drama has increased due to competition from global streaming platforms such as Netflix and Disney Plus. And those global platforms have contributed to inflating the fees of popular actors, making it challenging for local production companies and broadcasters to afford those fees. So the Korean drama industry is facing concerns of construction due to sharp increase in production cost and actor fees, and coupled with a downturn in the advertising market as well. So these has led broadcasters and local streaming platforms to reduce the number of the dramas they produce. However, global streaming platforms like Netflix and Disney Plus either maintain or increase their output.
You said yourself, Professor, that big productions don't always equal success, but spending more money on a production surely contributes higher quality, more special effects, etc. But do you think it's really necessary, and what's your assessment on that?
Yeah, actually, after Netflix began the Korean service in 2016, the domestic drama market reconstructed actually around the OTT platforms. Following the success of Kingdom, Sweet Home, or Squid Game. So these platforms allowed for bold experiments in genres like zombie and the creature and the science fiction, but those genres were actually traditional TV networks had avoided due to their high production cost. However, as I mentioned earlier, high production cost doesn't guarantee the success. So as we witness many high cost K-dramas struggled in terms of those rating success and critical acclaims as well. So a high budget could have enhanced visual spectacles, of course, and production quality, but I don't think it ensures entertainment solely through those aspects. For instance, Disney Plus's successful series Moving, I believe the audience rather liked its unique storytelling and compelling the characters, not only the visual effects.
And Professor Chie, you also touched upon the actors before, but let's talk about the skyrocketing actor salaries, which actually play a major part in production costs.
Right.
So how are big budgets for these superstars affecting production companies' budget allocations, also when it comes to staff members, also the staff pay levels?
That's right. The significant rise in appearance fees of top stars is identified as a major factor driving up the production cost, with some actors commanding up to 1 billion won per episode. So it's because considering investment or global distributions, the production practices would center on famous stars like Hallyu star, Korean wave stars. So on the other hand, compared to the increase in actor guarantee, the working conditions and salary level of the staff are still relatively poor. So some producers actually said that while the industry has grown, only a few actors reap the benefits.
I see. Well, but this comes to our final question now. What about underfunded video streaming services or production companies? How would they keep up the competitiveness in the Korean drama industry?
In the Korean drama market, where the production companies have good enough skills through diverse experience, but face limited platforms to fully showcase their talents, so the localization strategy would become a solution. So localization services in international countries. So as the competition in domestic market is getting intense, some of the Korean production companies are trying to expand their business to the global by making partnership and producing international series with the partners. For instance, Studio Dragon co-produced Apple TV's The Big Door Prize with American production company Skydance, and CJ acquired the renowned U.S. production company Never Content, rebranding it as a fifth season, and has since produced American drama like Tokyo Vice and the Sea Dark Days for local platforms. So I believe the crucial aspect of the drama is the strength of its narrative, not just the stars or visual effects.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Chie, for your insights today. And I wish you a great rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to see you next time as well.
See you next time.